and grid 6, Jason Jenner in the 7i car. So there's one visitor from down in the deep south, but wait, there's more, because from grid number 7, Adam Evans in the 41T car will start there, and Simon Moore in the 21 from 8. Chris Bailey, car 78 from 9, and Mark Morris in the 4 will start from grid number 10. From grid 11, Blair Smith, another one of our Cromwell visitors in the 81T car, and beside him 8i Mason Whelan. There in the back row we've got the 75 of Andrew Gregg and 42 Corey Duck Manton. Hey, if you haven't got your program tonight, make sure you grab one. They're at the main gate or the track shack. Keep up with all the play, and what a great souvenir. You can get down to the pits after tonight's show and before and after tomorrow's. Get the autographs and go and meet all those drivers.
Yeah, we love to see all you guys down the pits soon after the meeting. It's a great experience and part of the show here at Ruapuna Speedway. The V6 Wingless Sprints racing over 2 nights tonight, so no feature race for them tonight, but they'll gather a whole heap of points up over 5 heats and have their feature race tomorrow. Good to see a few of those Invercargill boys travelling here at the moment. And the car to watch out for if you're new to the track, the 33C car of Shooter Hawkins. He's certainly one to watch. He'll be crashing and bashing his way through the field for sure, and certainly puts on a great show. Our last feature win was Andrew Gregg, and he's in the back of the field.
Yeah, here we go. Green flag flies. And Sam Johnson in the 54 car. He'll be looking for a good start. He's had a pretty solid season to date. So Sam Johnson leads him down the back chute. George Headley in the 7T car stuck nicely in the second position. When you start looking back, there's a little bit of contact down there. And yeah, everyone has emerged from that. One of the cars that got caught up in that was the 8i of Mason Whelan from Invercargill, and the 4C car of Mark Morris. Looks like he's about to shed a right rear tyre. Sam Johnson still leads the race. The Carter Tyres 7 machine of George Headley sitting there in second spot. Then we've got Chris Dempsey in the 14 car. Boy, he has had a very good season to date, but behind him is Kirk Hawkins, and the Shooter's got him in his sights. Big run around the top in the Hayden Brushes 33 car, and watch out because Shooter's on the prowl. Dempsey doing everything he can to hang on to that third spot. Hawkins, a very experienced driver, and 6 Shooters, did modified sprints for a while and raced midgets for a good number of seasons. A great old contender and campaigner, but he's got his work cut out if he wants to reel in Sam Johnson in that 54 car. Headley still just driving in the shadow right now of Johnson. Hawkins starting to close that gap. Dempsey still in fourth. And then we go back to the 41T car of Adam Evans. We saw Evans here earlier this season in the sprint car division, running the 6-shooter or wingless sprint tonight. That car's for sale if you want to go racing. Laps counting down very, very quickly. It's still Johnson, Headley, Hawkins. Sounds like an Auckland legal firm, but they are the front 3 runners in tonight's first wingless sprint race. Big battles going on further back in the traffic. The 78 car, Chris Bailey, certainly using up plenty of racetrack as he starts working his way through the traffic. Could be a little bit too much too late. Starter's got the white flag poised to come out very, very soon for our race leader, Sam Johnson. He's certainly come out of his shell this season, building up that advantage that he holds over Whelan, and he comes round. He'll take the checkered flag in tonight's first wingless sprint race. Second will be the 7 of George Headley, and Kirk Hawkins, car 33, muscled his way up into third spot. Then in fourth, Adam Evans. And Evans started back in grid number 7. That's a pretty good set of wheels that Evans got under him too. So you want to go wingless sprint racing, duck down and see the Evans team after tonight's race meeting. So there's the order. 54 Sam Johnson, George Headley in the 7T in second, and 33 Kirk Hawkins crossed the line in third spot.
Yeah, make sure you give him a clap there, Ruapuna. Sam Johnson, a very popular V6 wingless sprint driver, and good to see the 54C car taking it out tonight. Another great result for him. George Headley had the fastest lap time, 16.18 seconds, and closely followed behind, in actual fact, it was Adam Evans, 16.15, the quickest lap time there, and it was Shooter Hawkins who got third, and he had a lap time of 16.28. So some pretty good pace in the track at the moment, folks, and with those midgets coming up very shortly and that lap time that's already been beaten, it's going to be a very interesting night tonight.
Be starting from grid number 1 with Jason Jenner in the 7i car on the outside. Row number 2, the 35 of Chris Gray, 21 Simon Moore, and row number 3 we've got 42 Corey Duck Manton. Then we go back to grid 7, Andrew Gregg. Grid 8, the 78 of Chris Bailey, Adam Evans in the 41T from 9, and Mason Whelan in the 8i from 10, Sam Johnson in the 54 from 11, George Headley in the 7T from 12, Chris Dempsey car 14 from 13, Blair Smith in the 81T from 14, and Mark Morris in car number 4 will start from grid 15. And we will give you all the results for the first round of midget car heat straight after this race. We'll keep you up with the play, and we'll just start plotting the course for this, the 81st New Zealand Midget Car Championship here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway, presented by Accessman. Remember, tomorrow night we get underway, 5:30. Be here around 5 for some formalities, a parade and so on. It's going to be a great night. Okay, starter has the green flag at the ready, and we will send them away. This is the wingless sprint, and it is predictably Kirk Shooter Hawkins, one of the most experienced drivers in this class. He leads them away. Simon Moore up into second, but Simon will certainly make things a little bit more simple by running the bottom part of the racetrack, and he is going to make Hawkins do all the moves. Looking a little further back, we've already got the 78 of Bailey running way out high and picking off some spots as well, showing there's a little bit of get up and go in the racetrack. Change at the front, Simon Moore, Hawkins in second. Then we've got Jenner. That's Jason Jenner in the 7i car, sitting there in third with Adam Evans, car number 41, tucked in nicely in fourth spot, and Andrew Gregg in that car number 75. That is the Sockburn Motors machine, sitting there rounding out the top 5. Moore starting to really lift his game here and extending that advantage that he has got over Hawkins. Hawkins will certainly have the bit between his teeth, and Adam Evans closing that gap up. So Evans in the 41, currently sitting there in third spot, but he has a very fast car under him, and that gap between him and Hawkins is absolutely closing. Simon Moore setting a cracking pace at the front of the field. Hawkins in second, Evans in third, and then Jenner has just drifted back a little. He is in fourth spot, and he has got the grand old man of wingless sprints, Andrew Gregg, in that 75 car, looming large. Big battles going on further back in the pack. Keep your eyes on them. Sam Johnson, he's made some big moves, and just up there into the top 6. Andrew Gregg grabs fourth spot. Jason Jenner shuffled back through the deck of cards a little, while Simon Moore still leads the way in that Moore plumbing machine. Hawkins in second. In fact, if anything, Kirk Hawkins may have just started reeling him in a little. Adam Evans in the 41T car, hanging on to third. Front 3 have got quite a break over their opponents. It is the last lap, and it's Simon Moore, Kirk Hawkins, and Adam Evans. Hawkins senses a chance down the inside, just couldn't get close enough to make it stick. The big battle through the last corner. It's going to be Simon Moore taking the win by less than a car length from Kirk Hawkins in that 33 machine, and then the 41T of Adam Evans will grab the third spot. Andrew Gregg in fourth, Jason Jenner in fifth, And then in 6th, Sam Johnson. Good drive by Sam. He started way back in grid number 11, but a convincing victory there for Simon Moore.
Yeah, great stuff by Simon Moore, and those that were watching closely, he had to crash and bash his way past the shooter, and not many people do that, and Shooter Hawkins was trying to chase him down for the last 6 or 7 laps. So a great result there by Simon Moore. Kirk Hawkins second, and the very fast Adam Evans for third. 180,000 people watching Lindsay Gilbert doing pirouettes and tipping that car upside down a couple of times. So the showman, Lindsay Gilbert, all the way from Southbridge.
And of course, the weekend after, Hydrolink War of the Wings Grand Final out there at Ellesmere Raceway. Lindsay lives just down the road. He's a farmer. I wouldn't mind betting for one of the first times ever a sprint car gets towed to the speedway by a tractor. There you go. Right, grid positions for the wingless sprints. 78 Chris Bailey from 1. The 41T of Adam Evans from 2. You like the look of that car? It is for sale. Go and see them down in the pits. Blair Smith in the 81T from 3, and Mason Whelan 8 Invercargill from 4. Chris Dempsey in the 14C from 5. Outside of him, Simon Moore in the 21C. That is from grid 6. He's going to be pretty tough to beat out there, I would think. George Headley in the 7T from 7, and outside him the 4 of Mark Morris. From grid number 9, the 35 of Chris Gray. Beside him, Corey Duck Manton in car 42. Grid 11, Sam Johnson in the 54. Kirk Hawkins in the 33 from 12. Jason Jenner in the 7I from 13. Rounding out the field in the wingless sprints will be 75, Andrew Gregg.
So no feature race for the V6 wingless sprints. They'll have their feature race tomorrow night, racing over 6 heats and a feature tomorrow. Let's go racing.
Yeah, eyes down. Here we go. It's the wingless, their third heat race for the evening. Adam Evans is going to be tough from that front row start. He leads him down in through the Stadium Finance corner, past the Mag and Turbo warehouse pit gates, across the NPD 100% fuel start finish line, being chased down by the 78 of Chris Bailey. Simon Moore already up into 4th position and looming large in everyone's sights. And Evans is just on a little bit of a stroll away from them all right now. Mason Whelan, no it's not, it's Blair Smith that's currently in 3rd position in the predominantly black car, and Simon Moore will try very, very hard to get by him. Looking a little bit further back, don't see Shooter Hawkins coming to prominence just yet, but the race is just young, so that is still our race leader, Adam Evans. Bailey in 2nd. Bit of a change gone on for 3rd, 4th and 5th as they exit the Stadium Finance bend, and now sitting there in 3rd spot is the 7T of George Headley, with Simon Moore trying ever so hard. He's trying high, he's going low, but just not making any headway at this stage. Headley gets a little bit sideways on. Has that given Moore the opportunity to pounce? Oh yes it has. So Simon Moore now up into 3rd position. A big job in front of him if he wants to hunt down Adam Evans. Boy, he has got this one racked and stacked. He's got such a commanding lead. Chris Bailey still hanging on to that 2nd from Moore. The 81 of Blair Smith in 4th, and George Headley rounds out the top 5. That top 5 has actually got a bit of a break on their opponents, the pack being led around by Christopher Gray in that 35 car. Big battle going on there for 2nd and 3rd between Chris Bailey and Simon Moore. Blair Smith sees a gap down low, couldn't make it capitalise. Simon Moore, now he's trying the high road. He showed earlier he had plenty of wick down the bottom. Now he's just gone around the top of Chris Bailey, right up against the concrete wall as they go down into the Stadium Finance corner. Oh, Bailey got a little bit sideways on. That had the potential to concertina everything up. What it's done is it has very much handed Moore the lead. He's had the white flag, and he's going to win the dash to the starters. Checkered flag So Evans takes out the win. Simon Moore in second. In third spot is Chris Bailey. Then we go back to the 7 of George Headley and Blair Smith.
Yeah, good stuff by Adam Evans. A return to form in the V6 wingless sprints. He's been driving sprint cars for the last couple of seasons, but he was near on unbeatable here a few seasons ago. So the 41T travelled up all the way from Cromwell, takes out a heat here of the V6 wingless sprints. Congratulations to you.